Hi guys, this is Beverly from Bev Beauty and Fitness. Thank you so much for everyone who's shown their support by subscribing. Kindly share my channel with anyone else who'd like to know more about makeup, where to start. If you want to become a professional makeup artist, kindly share my channel with them so that you can grow as a community. So today I'm going to do a tutorial for every beginner. If you've never done makeup before and you don't know where to start, this is the video for you. So number one, I've already done my eyebrows simply because eyebrows is another world when it comes to makeup. If you can master doing your eyebrows, you've mastered makeup. I can tell you that for a fact. If you have mastered doing your eyebrows, you can master makeup altogether. So I've got another video where I show in detail how to do your eyebrows, how you can become a professional at doing your eyebrows. It is completely easy. If you can master that, then you can start with the whole face now, the full face makeup. So if you haven't watched that already, kindly go back and watch that video about how you can do your eyebrows. So since I've already done my eyebrows, when you've mastered doing your eyebrows, what do you do next? When you've done your eyebrows, it depends. I always start with my eyes when doing my makeup. I think it's like you deal with the hardest part first so that you can do the easiest part. So basically it's saving the best for last. So after eyebrows, next is the eyeshadow. So this is simple and basic. So if you don't want to do eyeshadow, I suggest you just put the powder, which you'll be using your whole face, on your eyelids. Just use powder if you don't want to use eyeshadow. But if you'd like to use eyeshadow, I suggest you don't start with the greens and the blues and the pinks. No, start small. Start with an earth color, like brown, slightly not gold but bronze. So you can use two colors. If you're not confident with two colors, I suggest just go with that brown matte. Don't go with a shimmery one. If you just put your whole eyelid a shimmer, it looks a bit off. But you can always start with a shimmer one up to at least half your eyelid, and then you finish at the back of the eyelid with a matte color. So for instance, I have here a palette, a small palette. You can start with this brown. Then not this is really gold, like it's really gold, so I wouldn't suggest you start with that, but you can start with this. It's shimmer and it's bronzy. So after when I was showing you how to do your eyebrows, you can use the concealer you used. Depends on which concealer. Now this is where the tricky part comes in. When you have to get concealer when you're doing your makeup, first and foremost, if you get a concealer, I use Elegal Pro Concealer. It is not expensive. It's like 400 or 500 bob. When you're purchasing it, you'll just need one. Just get a shade or two shades lighter than your color. You can go and they'll check it out for you in the cosmetic shop, either Super Cosmetics, whatever cosmetic shop you want to go, Ken's Pharmacy in town. Let them go and test it out for you. Just say you want two shades lighter than your color. So that's what you'll also use to highlight your face. So once you've taken the concealer that you used on your eyebrows, you can just pat it a bit, just to make sure that you have a clean and a nice canvas where you can put your eyeshadow. So you don't put a lot, just something so that's something that can grip the eyeshadow, like a base for the eyeshadow, and to ensure that it doesn't shift, it stays there the whole day. So if you can invest in something better, you can invest in a primer, an eye primer. It's usually white in color, eyeshadow primer that you can use. But if you can't get the eyeshadow primer, just stick to the Elegal Pro Concealer. It works the same. This doesn't show it brings out all the colors really well, but a concealer can work just the same. So once you've primed that, if you don't want to use the just go with the browns. As you can see, I'm just using a brownish color, dark brown color on my eyes, and I'm not using it here at the front. I'm just going around and at the back here. round and at the back. I'm using a flat brush, though you can also get a flat brush and a fluffy brush like this. This is a fluffy brush. Like when you're getting brushes, you can get a set just for your own personal use. You can get this flat brush, you can get a fluffy brush just to blend it out. As you can see, I'm blending, and I'll do the same. I'll take a bit of the brown again and put it on this other side. Around, as you can see, I'm not going here at the near the tear ducts. I'm just doing round. And then I go back in with the blending brush to make sure it's set there. Just any brown color. You don't have to put any shouting color. A brown color will do. So when you're done with that, next you can go back in with a flat brush and go now with a shimmer. It's usually a matte at the end and a shimmer, meaning a matte doesn't shine. It's like a powder, you know. Are you seeing? It doesn't shine, but now the shimmer is a bit, it's not glitter. Again, glitter is like on the far end, but it shines a bit. It's a bit shimmery. So these other ones are matte colors. They don't shine. They're just like powder form. That's what it means to be matte. But these other ones are shimmery. As you can see, it's a bit shiny. So I'll go in with the bronze one, this one, because it's a bit earthy. You can't go wrong with those things that are not really shouting. So I'll put it in front here. I hope you can see. I'll put it in front there and blend it in with the other one. As you can see, they're blending in well together. Again, on the other side, just simple like that. From here. Now, to make sure that these two colors blend in together, go back in with the fluffy brush. Make sure that it looks seamless. You can't tell where one begins and other ends. It's like they've blended in together. There. So you can get a nini that is really pigmented. I'm using this Glambition by Canvas Cosmetics. The shades are really pigmented, so you have to use very little. So as you can see, they're blended in. You can't tell where one begins and the other one ends. There. So after you've done this, don't leave it like that. It would look funny again. So if you have a black eye pencil, you can get you can use a black eye pencil. So the two eye pencils you need are Davis. I use Davis eye pencils. Number 3 you can use on your eyebrows, and number 1 you can use on the lining of the eye. So from the beginning of the eye here, you line. Make sure you're as close to the eyelashes as possible. As close as possible to the eyelashes. As close as possible. On top, again, as close to the eyelashes. Make sure there are no gaps in between. You are literally touching the eyelashes with it. Once you're done with the top, again at the bottom. Again at the bottom. There. If you're a beginner, I'm sure you're not used to wearing lashes yet, so you can just leave it like that. Then from here, you're done with the eyes. We are completely done with the eyes. And the look is coming along. There we go. So what next? Next is the primer. There's so many primers out there you can use. Most cosmetic brands have primers. MAC, Wet n Wild, so many have. You can use if your skin is really oily, I suggest you go for the Rimmel Stay Matte. Rimmel, it's really nice because it really mattifies the skin. Personally, at the moment, I'm using this Prime Magic. I already primed my face. So a primer is used to set like the base for the foundation, and it also protects your skin from the foundation as well. So it sets a good canvas, just like the primer for the eye. So you can go in with your primer. I've already primed my face. So what after the primer, now we go to the foundation. So this is also a nice foundation. It's a Maybelline Superstay. Get your shade. Again, when you go to a cosmetic shop, they'll always test your shade against your skin. Again, you can test it on your jawline, on your neck and chest, so that you can all blend in together. Don't use your face only, because your face might not be the same as your neck or your chest. So you test it with your chest here and your neck and also your jawline, so that if these ones are aligned, automatically the face will all be aligned. So let them test that on you when you go to the cosmetic shop. So again, with the foundation, make sure it is your shade, your color. Then most people prefer using beauty blenders, which is okay. You can use a beauty blender if you have it. If you don't, I suggest you go for a really good foundation brush with bristles that are in place. They are not feeble, like they are bending. No, a good foundation has the bristles are really tough. Not tough as in they're soft, yes, but they're not moving, they're firm. So get a good foundation brush. Try not going here underneath the eye, because that's where we're going to use our concealer. So we're in with our foundation. Don't forget your neck. And your ears. And blend everything together. Don't worry, as for the top, we'll also blend. Then, when you're done with the foundation, as you can see, we didn't put anything underneath the eyes here. So that's why you'll go in with your concealer. When I told you we need a shade or two lighter than your color, this is what I meant. Go in. Don't just apply here at the middle. Start from the corner of the eye here. Just put stroke there and there. Don't put too much product. And there. Again, in the middle of on the bridge of your nose. There. Your temples here. And then here. And last but not least, here. Don't put too much product. I might end up looking like a ghost. Don't put too much product. Go back in with the same foundation brush that you used in your foundation to blend it in. As you can see, it's blending. The point of this is to make you look more alert. If you have dark circles under the eyes, it will also help with that. The other side. Just to liven up your face. Then, if you don't have a setting powder, this is where now you can use your setting powder. Some people use Ben Nye banana powder, or just a translucent powder or a setting powder, which is usually like white in color. So, but do not set if you have dry skin. If you have dry skin, don't set. Personally, I have this translucent powder. And again, if you're going to get a powder, but before you reach the powders, this is the translucent powder I use. But you can get a setting powder. They can give you a setting powder. Just ask for a setting powder. That is, they can check in contrast with your face and can give you and or advise you the amount of which color or which setting powder they can give you. I personally don't set my face because my skin is really dry, so I don't bake my face. So it depends. If you have really dry skin, please don't bake. Please do not bake your skin. And then last but not least, you need a powder. When you're getting your foundation, kindly get a powder that matches your skin color. Now, powder doesn't have to be lighter or darker than you, but exactly the shade of your foundation. If you're getting foundation, it will give you a compact powder, probably of the same cosmetic line that you're using the foundation. If it's Maybelline, you can use Maybelline. Everyone, they'll give you a compact powder. You know, a compact powder that's just one. Yes, that compact powder that matches your foundation, which matches your skin color. So that's the powder that you use. You cannot wear, and many people don't know this, but you cannot wear foundation without a powder. It'll look like you're melting during the day. When you go to the sun, you look like you're melting. You need that powder to set that foundation. So when you get a foundation, make sure you get a powder of the same color for you. So go in. I think this is my color. I have a powder palette. So you go in and you tap all over your face now, and make sure it blends completely everywhere. Don't forget the neck. Pat. Don't brush, pat it inside. You'll see it lasts longer that way. Patting it inside. Pat. And then, last but not least, when it comes to your lips, I don't know, most people prefer red lipstick, most people prefer purple. I don't get, it depends with your preference. But if you cannot get a red lipstick, just a lip gloss will do. Just do a lip gloss. It doesn't really matter which brand. Lip gloss is lip gloss. Just get a nice lip gloss. But before you do, I suggest you also get a lip liner. It depends. But if you don't have a lip liner, remember the eye pencil you used, Davis number 3, in your eyebrows. Please, you can use that same to line your lips. So to look like the upper side is darker than the middle part of the lips. So use a lip liner or the eyebrow pencil that you used. And then you can go in with your lip gloss. Just a kawaida lip gloss, it's fine. Because for lip gloss, you can keep touching it up during the day and no one will see much difference. And like lipstick, sometimes it can come out like the borders when you're eating. Sometimes it can get, will need a lot of touch-ups, but with lip gloss, you'll be fine. Even if you lose your lip gloss, you can just use Vaseline and you'll still look fine. Then, after that, to set this makeup, after the powder, after everything now, you will need a setting spray. I'm using the Wet n Wild one, but you will need a setting spray after you finished your makeup. Then let it dry. So yeah, that's all you need. So a quick recap of what you'll need. You will need the Davis number 3 eye pencil. That depends, but if you're on the darker side, you can use number 1 still on your eyebrows. Get a concealer, a shade or two but mostly 2 shades lighter than your color, to use underneath the eyebrow to line the eyebrows, to line the eyebrows, and to also conceal your face. So you need a concealer as well, a concealer, eyebrow pencil for the eyebrows, eyeshadow of your choice. Eyeshadows are there are so many eyeshadows. You can get the small ones, you can whatever your pocket allows. So the eyeshadow, you need a foundation of your color which also matches the powder of your color, a primer. Before you use the foundation, you need a primer for your face, and a setting spray when you're done with everything, and that will keep the makeup intact the whole day. So yeah, that's it. If you want to, I will also do a tutorial for those who'd like to learn how to push their lashes, so we'll do that next time. But for now, that you can use this look, you can have this look every day of the week, and you'll still look put together, and you look glamorous at the end of the day. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you can share it with someone, and please subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.